What's up, family? It's another day outside, man. Rise and shine, man. The sun is rose. New chance to take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. You know, these last few weeks, they've been challenging. They done came with new situations, new scenarios that I probably could never imagine for myself or for my family to have to deal with. Um, but that's part of life, man. It's part of life. That's what I continue to learn. When I go talk to God, when I go through my practices, I wake up each day. I'm talking, I'm meditating, I'm trying to listen to see what am I supposed to get from these challenges that I'm going through? And it just what I've been learning is to just adjust. It's all part of the process. It's not gonna always be sunny days. It won't always be good times. It won't always look familiar for you. Whatever it is you're going through, it won't always look familiar. But you gotta learn how to adjust with it. You feel me? If you playing a game and you see that you losing, you see that things aren't going the way that you mapped it out, the way that you planned, you can't continue to do the same things expecting to get a different outcome. So you gotta learn how to adjust, learn how to pivot in certain situations. And that's what I've been doing. I meet a lot of people, whether they're entrepreneurs or they're living a career life or they have a family life, and they're complaining about the situations. They say, man, this keep coming up, this thing came up, and they just want to give up on themselves, or they figure like it's just no solution, and they just got to settle for what life has been given to them. But it's like, okay, how do I decide to move forward? How am I able to adjust in this situation to make things still work out for me? Because you are the main character in this story. God is the ultimate storyteller. He's put you in this world to be able to tell a story, to give a testimony for your experiences, though. So you can be you can be a vessel for him to be able to show what he's able to do. So what are you willing to do? How are you able to adjust in the situations, man? Because the process is not going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be raining. Sometimes you're going to deal with life-threatening situations. Sometimes you might deal with death. Death, man, death is real. It's part of life. You can't ignore it. You can't get past it. It's the only thing that's guaranteed out here. So with the knowing of this, how are you able to adjust to make things still work out for you so you can reach that vision that you see for yourself? Because it's bigger than just you. It's bigger than just you. You're doing this moment, but you got people looking up to you. You got people watching you. You might got children. You might got friends, family, associates who fuck with who love the way that you live or see the way that you live, and they're inspired by your movements. They're inspired by how you're able to continue to navigate or continue to make things work. And they need to see how you're able to adjust in certain moments and to see that you don't quit on yourself. Because when you quit on yourself, somebody else is watching that. Whether it is a child or an adult, whoever it is, they're watching that. Be the example. And you're not here to save the world. No, you're not here to save the world, but you're here to be an example of God's work, man. God's work. You got to learn how to adjust through the process, man. The process. You have to go through the process. The butterfly doesn't start off as a butterfly with beautiful wings, just flying around, floating, over the flowers. And no, it don't start off like that. It starts off as a caterpillar at the bottom, crawling through the dirt of the world, crawling through the grounds where anybody can just step on them at any moment. He might end up on the sidewalk, on the concrete where the sun burning on him. He might be lost on his navigation, not knowing how to really maneuver. The world is so small on where he's living on that current place on that ground as a caterpillar. But when his time comes, he gets a sign, he gets a calling inside. He said, no, it's more for me. It's bigger than the world that I see right now. I'm crawling right now, but I'm meant to fly. I'm meant to soar. So what he does with that inner calling, when he gets that call from inside of him, which is God inside of him, when he gets that call, he decides, oh, it's time for me to go sit up. Go put myself up by myself. Go sit still. That's what the caterpillar does. It goes and sits still, finds a nice place to rest. A lot of times we feel that we got to continue to just work so hard every day, grind, stay in the routine. Don't forget it. Don't get off track. But that important piece that we forget sometimes is how to just rest. Resting is part of the process. And the caterpillar understands that. He said, okay, yeah, I've been working, I've been eating, preparing myself every day. I go out here, I'm crawling around, figuring things out, but now I'm getting called to rest and go through a period of basically nothingness where he puts himself in a cocoon. He wraps himself up with just his thoughts. All the food and all the nourishment that he's had, he's taken that and be able to allow that to heal and transform his body. He sits up for a period of time where he doesn't move. He doesn't try to learn anything new. He takes what he already knows. He takes what the experiences that he's been through and says, no, I'm going to let these moments that almost killed me, those times on the hard concrete, those times I was almost eaten by a larger bull, I'm going to let those times that almost killed me transform me into something bigger and something better, the next version of myself. He figures how to adjust with the moments. So after he sits in that cocoon for a while, after he figures, okay, it's time, he gets another calling, it's time to fly. It's time to soar. It's time to be all you can be. Be what you were put here on this earth to be. He breaks out of that cocoon and he's a whole new person. No longer does he have to crawl along on the grass. No longer does he have to crawl and navigate himself on the concrete. No. He don't even have the same amount of legs anymore. His body's not even the same length anymore. No, he's gotten bigger. He's taking up more space now. He takes up more space and he got wings to be able to fly over the areas that he was having to navigate at one point. He's beautiful. The world sees his beauty. He already knew he was beautiful. The butterfly knew who he was. Well, the caterpillar knew who he was. But the world didn't see him for his true value. But now after he's set for that quiet time, that resting period, which is part of the process, now he was able to transform into a beautiful butterfly. Different colors, something that's unique, something that's able to just float, something that's almost damn near impossible to catch. He transformed from the caterpillar to the butterfly. But without that resting period, which is vital for the process, he would have never became that butterfly. But he learned how to adjust. Things were changing in his life. The feelings inside him were changing. His body was moving differently. It probably was some growing pains to transforming and making those wings grow. But those pains came with beauty. You got to go through the dark to get the light. The yin and the yang. That's God. That's the God essence of life. You can't get one without the other. So when you maneuvering through this life, you going through the journey, you going through your own process. Because we all have our own process. Understand that at one point, you're going to come to a time where you have to figure out how to adjust. And it's going to get painful when you're growing on new wings. It's going to get painful when you have those new ways of seeing the world and people might not understand you. But it's time for you to fly confidently in who you are. Adjust and soar. That's it, man. And it's so simple. But it takes for you to believe in yourself with the knowing that it's more coming for me. I'm not going to let this moment right here dictate how I let the rest of my life, transpire for me. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to pivot. No longer am I a caterpillar. I am a butterfly. Be that butterfly. Time to fly, baby. Move into this season, the summertime. That's when things blossom. Time to blossom. Do it for you. Rise and shine, man. I love y'all. Peace.